was a compounding factor where, you know, normally you take like 20 to 30 in a neutral reset. Now you're taking 40 to 50, and you're still playing another mix before you're in a much safer position. But we got Pharaoh versus Kouhai. I don't think I've ever. They might have played, but I don't really think I've seen them play.
It's been quite a while if they have, but of course Pharaoh, no stranger to the Pichu matchup. You know, yes, we're gonna see a Pichu versus a Yoshi. Usually that's gonna be some guy, but don't believe he's in bracket at the moment. So Pharaoh's just gonna be like, you know what? I know how to deal with the rats. It's just another day with some guy.
Yeah, and especially for just how how light Pichu is that like Bear and Fair range is even further exasperated because those hits that most characters are gonna be living, and they actually have to you take a kill confirm off those moves. Is you'll just be exploding straight up.
And this is a character matchup that you have to know as Pichu because it's something usually characters do not have that double jump armor to get out of jail free from your combos. Meanwhile, all Pharaoh has to do is just mash that jump. Or mash the nair to break out of it.
Yeah. Kouhai actually had a... I just saw his name. But Kouhai had a crazy...
do not call that number.
I'm not calling that number. I think I'm getting cursed. There's a hex upon my whole bloodline if I even...
They will charge you 25 cents every 30 seconds. It's a scam, really? I tell you.
Anyways. But we saw earlier, I wanted to touch upon this. He had a really nice snipe on the air dodge. Pharaoh still has double jump. And he committed over... That's something you see in these upcoming players is that they start out with an immaculate play, and then they overcommit on the they don't finish it out, and that's what really changes what makes you a good player to a great player is can you actually end these combos correctly?
Yes, it's the hamster death theory.
Mm-hmm.
It's like my one tour friend is beating PR, and then somehow he messes it up. I do think it's the mentality of in the middle of the game, you realize I'm doing it. I'm really doing it. And then you mess up because you get a little too subconscious.
Yeah, I saw my boy Pilch do that in real time versus Riddles.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Well, say you got close. That is something. But this is Fusion. You got to bring your A game, especially going up against one of the best Yoshis in the world. Get the back air. Now Kouhai. Right there, searching for some sort of ledge trap. Tries to call out the neutral getup, doesn't get it. Instead, another grab. The air dodge misses the fair, but now in disadvantage, rolls in, and ooh, was that a down smash? Managing to just pancake underneath the bear. Pharaoh caught off guard by this. But of course, extend that advantage too far, and you're just gonna get up aired.
It's such a good, get out of jail free card. It's it covers practically his whole body. I think it will actually outrange Young Link Dare. There's a couple of considerably safe landing aerials that I will just straight up beat out. But I really like how Kouhai is kind of playing this close to his chest and not jumping a whole lot. We'll see he'll do a double jump T jolt, but it's a neutral jump. So Pharaoh has to full drift in order to try to punish it, and that leaves him open to a counterattack. And by playing so grounded, it helps minimize the stray bears he's getting hit by, and these fairs and up airs that he's getting that could spell fatal and disastrous for such a light character.
Mm-hmm. Nice use of that egg roll to just kind of mix up that landing, and the down smash is gonna clear out that last stock. Kouhai in the lead 1-0 in this set, and they say Pichu can't do it. All you doubters out there, I see you. I'm calling you out. This character's busted.
I mean, the character's just Schrodinger's high tier, where it's you get these advantage states, and you get these lead traps, and you're like, wow, yeah, I'm cooking. It's like me reaping versus me sowing, and then you get the stray Olimar, you get a Game & Watch, it's oh yeah, I'm sowing now. This sucks. I wish I was reaping.
Well, let's see if Kouhai can sow first before he reaps.
Try not to plant too early, get caught in this whole winter frost that's coming upon us.
Oh, I'm so excited. Bring on winter. But right now, it's looking like Pichu summer still, because he's playing electric.
A sweltering advantage state going on. Keeping up pace to pace with Pharaoh. I like that, trying to convert off the weak nair, knowing, that's a big thing that, a lot of characters, with these, these sex kick weak nairs is that knowing your tumble percent, because if you abuse like the very edge of non-tumble, you can get some crazy combos and grab confirms that like normally the move would never do.
Pharaoh slowing the pace down a lot, still getting caught by these odd options that Kouhai is throwing out. And he's just throwing out these back airs, these down airs. He's throwing out more hitboxes than not, but he knows that just one of them hits, and that's a dead character. Kouhai on the second stock, and Pharaoh now just has to extend this lead as much as possible.
Yeah, I think that big change comes around. He realized, like Pharaoh realized that trying to use his airspeed to keep up with Pikachu wasn't working. So if he plays this more like a Swordy and uses like his much bigger head and tail, he can get much greater rewards. As we're seeing, like he's just kind of bearing and bearing, doing like maybe a jab here. He's not. It's a lot of resets, knowing that like okay, this catcher's fast. He's got some fast buttons at disadvantage. But if I just play like a Swordy and play outside of his burst range, I can just swat him away, he explodes. Swat him away, he explodes. All while I don't die because I'm freaking Yoshi.
But that forward air, it is usually safe. Not on shield down. Kouhai punished great with the back air, got that kill. But all Pharaoh needed to do was another up air. And that's going to be last stock here for Kouhai. But all we need is a 0 to death. It's not going to come easy though. Pharaoh just smashing, and that's a shield break. How are we going to capitalize on that? Just a forward smash and dead at 32.
Wait, 32! I misread! You stupid. Oh my gosh, dude. Taking a page out of South Jersey, popping that bubble.
Look at him. He's so happy.
Yeah.
But he knows that he's got to make that magic happen again. He's taking off the jacket, being like, okay, the gloves are coming off. I know what you can do. You know what I can do. This is not going to be an easy last game here in the set. We're sticking with Yoshi. We're sticking with Pichu. Where are we going?
I think that I wouldn't be surprised if we're going back to Smash Small Battlefield, because like you don't really want big battlefield because you don't want Yoshi hard camping. Okay, actually FD pick. I do like this because I think this is definitely better than for Pichu.
This is great for Pichu.
Yeah, isn't really a character like he can do like platform resets and get bigger combos on platforms, but most of the time he wants no platform so that way he can get like dare auto cancel and like no tumble like extensions.
Something that Kouhai was realizing in his last games with Small Battlefield was when he was dying, he was trapped on that platform. So if you eliminate those platforms, he's going to have a longer advantage state against Pharaoh.
Yeah, a longer advantage state and a shorter disadvantage and a less disastrous disadvantage. It's all about like trying to at the very least hedge your bets on a counter pick, but if you can optimize for both ends of the spectrum, I think that's where you're getting maximum value for these counter pick stages.
Okay, now Kouhai does not get that confirm into the Thunder. Instead, skull bashing back to the ledge. One up air as Pharaoh catches the jump in from the ledge. Now Kouhai trying to regain the momentum, another down smash. Pharaoh keeping his distance, realizing that that's going to take most of his stock, and he just double jumps through the Thunder. Pharaoh using every tool in his kit to frustrate Kouhai into a mistake.
Yeah, Kouhai, speaking of frustration, we're seeing a lot of like desperate forward smashes and like smash attacks, and those are the things where you really want to be avoiding just like avoiding getting caught out by dare frame traps, taking the stock so early in what was a quite surmountable lead is turning into an insurmountable deficit.
That's okay. You know what? Just like you were saying, this is Schrodinger's top tier. They're losing until they're not. Forward smash, maybe a dare. Got the dare, but that double jump armor and the forward smash. Pharaoh just being like, I'm laying it all on the line, doubling down on my hitboxes. Gets the hit, and Kouhai is down 1-2 against Pharaoh. He played so well, but unfortunately, the counter pick did not work out, and Pichu being so light, yeah. I think after that shield break, he really just needed kind of more of a beat to be like, okay, what do I do against Pharaoh? And he had the right idea. He got rid of the platforms, gave him an opportunity to, not get caught on those. But eliminating those platforms wasn't going to be enough. He also had to try and, just get those kill confirms. He wasn't able to with that double jump through the Thunder. He wasn't able to get those down smashes like he was that first game or even the second game. Pharaoh just maximizing all the spacing that he can utilize against Pichu in a way where he's not getting caught by these, okay, I know you want to down smash, I know you're gonna try and back her out of shield. Like, let me try and bait and punish you here. And he did a much better job at that. It never felt like Pharaoh was getting caught off guard this time.
Yeah, I think what started the momentum swing was Kouhai starting to commit to more jump-ins, especially from the corner. We saw he did a tournament winner, a drop down, double jump in, and both times I think he, I know definitely the drop down, double jump. He did like drop down, double jump fair, and he got outspaced and died to a bear. And we also saw, I think he did for the last stock, he also did jump in, got forward smash for it. So I think he kept trying to like force his advantage rather than kind of just let it happen or position for his advantage. And I think that's where Pharaoh kind of realized, like, oh, okay, he's falling for the fact that I'm playing like a sortie now. I'll just keep swatting him away and getting infinite money hack like.
Yeah.
A lot of great adaptation from both players. That was a very pendulum match, and I think those were the most fun to watch because you're really seeing the inner layers of tennis. I mean, inner layers of Smash.
The inner layers of tennis. Oh my gosh, you read that too.
Yeah.
For folks who don't know, it's the inner game of tennis. It's a lot of Smash players have read it in order to work on their mental for the game, and it's actually just a really good sports book as well. If you're in a competitive mindset, whether it's Smash or if you play another sport or another esports game, then it is actually really useful if you want to try and think about and be very conscious of your mental state in and out of the game, whether it's preparing or while you're playing itself. Highly recommended.
And shout outs to Mr. Pico Power Dome, not only shilling that, but also shilling everyone's favorite anime, Ping Pong. I think that's literally where his tag comes from. I miss Pico. You better show back up.
I'm sure he will. No one ever retires from Smash. They just take extended breaks.
Almost ready. Got 3 more left.
Up till it's like you just have to roll out. Yeah, I guess it's parry or roll out because trying to challenge it with like a nair out of shield is quite risky because if you get out, like even on a clank or a trade, he's so low percent that you're just at best you're vying for position when you're below above Yoshi, which is you never want to be doing.
Mm-hmm. And Pharaoh's like, really good catching out that, like, hey, I really need to just land here. That is kind of the double-edged sword of FT. It's that everyone knows you want to land as soon as possible on FT, especially if you're going against one of the best jugglers in the game, Yoshi being this example. Pichu doesn't really have that. Pichu really just wants to try and combo you to death or get that grab into the up throw, into the thunder, or punish you out of shield with that back or forward air, and try and catch a landing with the down smash. Pharaoh playing excellent. Same thing as Kouhai.